to Yes We Homeschool. I'm Stephanie and I am a homeschool mom to 3 kids, ages 3, 8, and 13, preschool, 3rd grade, and 8th grade. Before I let you know what I'm going to be sharing with you today, I want to thank you. If you've been here before, make sure you continue liking the videos and sharing them with your loved ones. If you're new here, thank you also. If you want to see videos more like this with resources, reviews, feedback on anything homeschool related, homeschool lifestyle, make sure you hit that subscribe button, also the notification bell, so that you know when I've made a video. I'm happy to have you here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you what I've been doing with my 3-year-old. This is the first year that we're actually doing something formal, and I use that word loosely because it is a very gentle approach. My approach in homeschooling in general is a gentle one. It's short lessons, and I'm very intuitive to my kids' moods and how they slept or what's coming up, if they've been overscheduled, which I try not to do anyways. But so I'm going to share with you our gentle preschool approach, and praise God, it's been actually going really well. So let's get started. So the first thing I do, I start the night before. Now I've been doing this for longer than I've been officially homeschooling him, but I'm definitely much more intentional about it now, and I try to not forget, but I still do sometimes. So here's what I did last night for this morning. I set something up on his table. He has a red table that he works on, and I will set something up for him on that table so that when he wakes up in the morning, he goes straight there and he knows that there's always something there for him to do. This really helps with easing him into our morning routine, our morning flow, because if I don't have something set up for him, he tends to want to ask to watch TV. And I'm not opposed to him watching TV. He does watch TV, but I find that if I don't have him watch TV first thing in the morning, he just has a better day overall. So last night, what I've been doing these last few weeks since introducing homeschooling, I have been taking pages out of this book. This is Stepping Stones by Master Books. I love Master Books. We were using this at first before I started officially homeschooling him to see if he would kind of get the idea, but for whatever reason he just wasn't reacting very well to this setup. So I kind of put it on pause and introduced something different, which is what I'm going to share with you. But as he's become much more comfortable with the idea of learning something with a worksheet, then I've been using this. So this morning, last night, I took out this sheet. Okay, this is something that I know he knows how to do. The directions say to get Play-Doh and then to match the Play-Doh according to the color. We don't have Play-Doh, not because we don't use it, but because I ran out. So then I used these manipulatives, beautiful manipulatives, for him to choose the colors and match it up. So he knows his color red, and he started grabbing all the red things and putting them right on top of the red section. He has fun with it because he knows this academically. He knows how to sort, he knows his colors, but it's still fun for him because he's so young, and he gets creative with it. So if you follow me on Instagram, which I would love to connect with you on there, I shared that he was making crane noises. So he would pick one up and go, and then place it. And so he was there for probably half an hour doing that, matching these colors, these toys with this sheet. Okay, and I will link at the bottom where you can get these awesome wooden toys. The thing I do is I do name recognition. I will cover his last name because, you know, social media. So I'll just show him this. I go, okay, tell me where's your first name? And he'll point, he'll say Luke. And then I'm like, hey, where's our last name? And he'll point to it, repeat it. And then we'll practice first name, last name, where is it? Practice the letters. No writing yet. I'll show you what we're doing to build up to him writing out the letters. Then we review whatever letters we've already reviewed, and I introduce a new one if he's ready for it. And I do different things with that. So I have, first thing I use is these magnetic letters. So this is what we've already reviewed or have introduced. I'm starting with lowercase letters. So we learned the B. Okay, the B. Then he has a little sand bucket, and that's what you're hearing right now. I don't have anything fancy. He already has a sand that I bought for him a long time ago. So I will scoop up some sand, pour it into the middle of the lid. That's all I'm doing. It's just the lid of the sand bin. And I ask him, what's this letter? And he says B. I put it on here for him, and then he traces it in the sand with his finger. And we do that with each letter that we've already learned and with each letter that we have that we're introducing. That's done with, so we're here probably 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, only if he interrupts. He gets up or he's like, oh, and starts telling a story or something. Then I start homeschooling my daughter, you know, which is, hey, grab your Bible curriculum. What day are we on? Let's read together. And while he does that, that's where he does, I would say, the bulk of his homeschooling, meaning this is official preschool curriculum. I'm using Rod and Staff Preschool 3's workbook. So they have Preschool 3's, which are these 4 books, and then they also have a Preschool A, B, C, D, E, F, G series, something like that, which I'm going to get because I've loved these. It starts off with this book. He's already finished it. He finished it in less than a month. And it's just tracing, matching. My goal was for him to hold the pencil correctly, because at first he was holding it like this, which is not uncommon for somebody his age. But I knew that he was more than capable of learning how to hold it correctly. And again, in the back of my mind, I said, if he gives me too much of a fuss, if he's crying because I'm trying to introduce this concept to him, then I'm not going to do it, because I know he will eventually know how to hold a pencil. But in just the last few weeks, he has completely caught on to how to hold it. I'm so impressed. And actually, I'm going to share with you the pencils that I bought, and then I'll show you the progression he made with just the simple preschool workbook. So hold on, because I did not bring it with my pile. Give me a second. Okay, so I have it in his Caddy. If you saw my Dollar Tree haul video, which I will also link below. I think there's a way to link it up here. I have to try to figure that out. So maybe you'll see it up here. If not, check below. I got this at the dollar store. He has his crayons in here, some scissors, and then these are the pencils. They're called Pencil Buddies #2, and they're triangular pencils. The box says short, fat pencils. It's so cute. And so when he first started writing, it was like this. This is how he was holding it. And now if you see him, I wish I had a clip. He holds it like this. Well, actually, I did share my last video, my first day of homeschooling, and you can see him holding it as best he can. I think he does something like that, and he holds it. And it's only improved since then. So as this, and let me show you his progression here. This is page 11, right? He had to match between, you know, like the rake with the rake, which he understands that concept, and he was able to stay within the lines, which is perfect. He's 3. Some parents really get upset about all these squigglies. I see them just have them erase it and do it again, and I'm just like, no, don't do that. You're instilling so much anxiety in them at that age, you know, and that tends to carry over into their education that like need to be perfect. So I just let him be. I kept congratulating him, guiding him at times. And then look how straight his lines are, even without the lines in between. So on page 11, he had at least some guidance in between, right? And here he doesn't have any, and his lines have just improved so much. And with just the pencil, with just the small pencil, okay? When he was trying to do that at the beginning, he was a little bit better. He was good with it, but he had a jumbo crayon. See here, and this is me helping him at the beginning, but he would use a giant crayon for it. So much thicker, and again, he was holding it like this. So he was able to do these lines somewhat straight with a thicker crayon with guidance, and not holding it correctly. But the improvement to this last, I mean, look at this, the loops with just the pencil. And that's just doing 1 to 2 pages a day with this $10 preschool set. I mean, it really is such a steal. He's on his 2nd book now. I suspect he will, and this is the first page of the 2nd book, and look at those lines. Can you see it? Let me see. Yeah, look at that, practically on the dotted line. And it's just a testament, a reminder on how little these tiny human beings need in order to learn. Then we will, once my daughter has her break, we'll read a book from the library, where we always go consistently to the library, so there's always some new books to pick, and we will read it together. I read it to him. He's at the stage, he's been at the stage where he wants to pretend he's reading and tell me the story. And while we're reading, I'm asking him questions. And I also have a highlight on my Instagram for something I did similar with another book. I'm asking him, you know, facts. I'm asking him, hey, what color is this tree? What color is this truck? Show me where the dog is. And he'll show me. Is this green motorcycle in front of the truck or behind the truck? How would you feel if you were in this situation? What would you do differently? Things to help him start narrating one day. It just starts with the basics. And then we're done. And then we're done. We're done for the day. I finish with my daughter, and he's alongside, learning everything that he's hearing me talk to my daughter about and teach her. And sometimes, a lot of times, he'll say, I want to homeschool too, which means he wants to work on his workbook. Today he didn't do that. He was tired. I think we did a lot with the matching letters and writing and stuff. So I needed to come on here and share with you how successful this gentle preschool approach has been with my 3-year-old. He is a very spirited child. He is high energy. He's very active. And this has been perfection for him. All right, guys, so that's preschool. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, hit the subscribe button, that notification bell. I'm so happy you're here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.